Hey critics, let's go black on the inside of People Magazine's March 3rd issue. Now, I will say before I get too deep though, I want to kind of mention this and talk a little bit about the upcoming NAACP Image Awards, baby, that's scheduled to be hosted tonight by comedian Dion Cole. It's going to be broadcasting live, it sounds like, yes, from Pasadena, California, which I mentioned on a previous episode. But if you are specifically looking for where it's going to be live streamed from, it's going to be BET as well as CBS. And Billboard.com, they actually had an article about the NAACP Image Awards talking about some of the past hosts, which I know I remember Queen Latifah for like the past couple of years. But Anthony Anderson, did you know he hosted it for like 9 years? I don't know if I realized that. That's a long time. That's a long time to host an award show. But there's so many nominees. A few folks have already received awards. And while I don't have everybody, I must give a special shout out to that chick, Angel. Her name is Angel Lakita Moore. I know y'all know who she is, as well as her husband, Marcus Tanksley. They ended up hosting the virtual pre-show for the 56th award celebration. And you can catch that on the NAACP Image Awards YouTube channel. And make sure you get one or two margaritas. Give me some tequila. All right, y'all. Now, some awards have already, of course, been solidified, including the Chairman's Award, which is going to be going to Vice President Kamala Harris, as well as the Wayans family. They're going to be receiving the Hall of Fame Award. Dave Chappelle is going to be granted with the President's Award, as well as Jotaka Edie. She won the Mildred Bond Roxborough Social Justice Impact Award. Plus, of course, the BET Media Group is taking home a big one because they're going to be getting the esteemed NAACP Founders Award for amplifying Black culture and championing authentic storytelling. Now, and I will say that while the NAACP Image Awards are going on right now, the SAG Awards, so that's the Screen Actors Guild Awards, that's going to be coming up tomorrow on Sunday, February the 23rd. And I gotta talk about my girl Ashanti, y'all. She's hitting the road for the first time as a mommy, and that's according to a recent interview that she did with Entertainment News. She's been given a lot of exclusive stuff, specifically to I think it's Deidre Behar is the name of um the woman who's actually interviewing her up there at ET. But it looks like she got another interview with her, and she's talking specifically with Deidre about Bring It, her brand new tour that she's going to be going on. And this time she's going to be taking her infant son, KK. Now, not only did we get a chance to catch up with Ashanti, or she got a chance actually to catch up with Ashanti. I just was listening to the video, y'all. Okay. She got a chance to catch up with Ashanti in regards to not only her tour and her upcoming movie, but she also talked a little bit about that reality TV show that she has coming up with her man, Nelly. Let's take a listen real quick if I can get this audio right.
Oh my gosh. So filming.
Why are you laughing?
It's a lot.
Constantly in your face.
Oh my gosh. It is it's like another job. Oh my gosh.
Because like we have like Nelly and I are still big artists and we're touring and traveling.
Correct.
Doing shows and being a mom. And so there's a lot going on. And to kind of squeeze the cameras into that life is like, yeah. But what I do, the part that I love is it forces us to be together. You know what I mean? Like, because he'll be doing his shows. I haven't done shows yet. I'm obviously getting back to it. But if I'm home with the baby, you know, there's stuff going on. And still, we don't know where we're going to live. So it's like, still.
You haven't planted roots?
Oh my gosh. We're like in St. Louis. We're in New York. We're in Atlanta. Sometimes Nashville and LA. So we're like all over the place. He has skip hops all over the place.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a lot to try and like get everything in. But when we are together, it's so much fun.
So she kind of caught us up a little bit about the fact that, yes, she's confirming that they have been, it sounds like, already recording the reality series that's going to be coming out. And of course, there's going to be way more to come. And I also spoke about that on a previous episode, so you can check that out here on my channel. I also want to talk about the fact that she actually, the Grammy winner, she actually dishes also about her upcoming album, which is going to include a record called Call You Up, revealing that she hopes to share the single with fans by April. Now, in the meantime, if you're wondering how you can catch up with Ashanti, you can actually see her on the big screen, according to her interview. The name of the movie is called No Address, which hits theaters on February the 28th. She not only stars in the film about the unhoused crisis, but also lends her voice to to the film's soundtrack and serves as an executive producer. Ashanti's song that appears in the movie Bonafide Survivor is actually not only streaming now, but it's also available on her YouTube channel as well. So if you want to listen to it, go on over there and check that out. Her albums, though, if you don't know, Ashanti as well as Chapter 2, Braveheart, The Declaration, and Ashanti Christmas is available on Hoopla. Stick around, baby, and I'm going to tell you more about how you can listen to every single album I just mentioned for free. Congratulations, Ashanti. Ashanti. SNL, y'all, is marking their 50-year milestone, and they came together on February the 16th, according to the magazine. They're celebrating with a host of guests, including SNL legends Maya Rudolph, as well as Kenan Thompson. Is Kenan the longest? Has he been on the show the longest? Is he the longest running castmate on the show? Is it cast member on SNL? I can't remember, y'all. Let me know below. Adam Sandler, he wrote a song actually that paid tribute to the show's greats, including the late Norm Macdonald as well as Chris Farley. I remember Chris growing up. And while the Scared Straight skit featured alums Eddie Murphy as well as Will Ferrell, I thought it was actually pretty funny. Scared Straight, y'all, was like reality show back in the day in terms of, folks who was bad going to prisons and seeing folks who was actually locked up, who was trying to convince the kids that came, not to get in no more trouble. Because guess what? You don't want to end up like them. Scared them straight. Well, that was a hope anyway. They should do like a Where Are They Now? Scared Straight. Have they done that already and I just missed it? Y'all know I don't watch a lot of TV no more. I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. Okay. Meryl Streep, she also made her SNL debut playing a mom in the Close Encounter skit, while Cher turned back the hands of time when she performed at Radio City Music Hall for SNL 50. If you're interested in that, make sure you check that out in the magazine. There's also plenty of articles that talked about the SNL 50, celebrating that milestone of 50 years that SNL has been around. And Anthony Mackie, he's on page 6, photographed at NASCAR's Daytona 500 race. It looked like back in this month, in maybe like mid-February or so, he served as the Grand Marshal and walked the grid in a Captain America-themed racing jacket. And if you're interested in the movie, of course, Captain America Brave New World is in theaters now. Now, side note, y'all, I also saw, I think it was the Jasmine Brand's Instagram, where Mackie talked about the fact of why he actually does not do interviews, but excuse me, not interviews. He does not take pictures with his fans. And in that interview, he basically just reconfirmed that he still doesn't. He still does not take photos with his fans. I guess he don't trust people. He's like, I don't know. It could be misconstrued. You don't know who the person is that's taking the picture with you. Anthony. Oh, your fans are going to continue to be disappointed because fans be wanting photos. Come on now. When you famous, it just kind of comes with the territory. Speaking of coming with the territory, Zoe Saldana, she continues, y'all, to make it a family affair with her boys, whom she showed off again at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival on February the 12th, where she received the American Riviera Award. She's also nominated for an Oscar for her role in Amelia Perez for Best Supporting Actress. And side note, y'all, speaking of hosts for shows, I don't know why I'm talking about all the hosts. The Oscars is actually going to be hosted by Conan O'Brien this year, who quotes, "If I'm not sued at the end of the evening, I haven't done my job." So hopefully, I guess Conan is sued so that we'll know that he did a fantastic job hosting the show. And Best Dressed at the BAFTA Awards included Cynthia Erivo in a custom white lace Louis Vuitton design, accessorized with diamond and emerald Tiffany & Co. jewelry. And Cynthia was also in Star Magazine, where she was honored as the Hasty Pudding Club's Woman of the Year at Harvard University. Her latest hit film, Wicked's soundtrack, is available to listen to for free. Stick around and I'll tell you more about how to access the free resource. And Coleman Domingo wore a Baroque-style Versace print outfit with a long jacket lined inside with a Louis design for the gods. Draped with also Tiffany & Co. jewelry, says page 9. He's looking so good. Shout out to Coleman. He's also nominated as well for an Oscar this year. If you're looking to catch up on Jay-Z's victory after the case, of course, was voluntarily dismissed with prejudice, check out page 11. I spoke about this in a previous video that's linked below. Jay-Z is also going after the lawyer, Tony Busby, for defamation. And one of Diddy's lawyers, if y'all ain't heard, he just quit. And there's 2 new separate complaints filed in New York City Supreme Court against Diddy that was actually filed last Friday on February the 14th. And while Diddy is still locked up in detention in that detention center in New York City, Cassie is expecting baby number 3 with husband Alex Fine. More to come on Diddy, the outcome of Jay-Z's case against Busby, as well as the birth of what I believe is a boy for Cassie and her husband Alex. And moving right along to Wendy Williams, she is seen smiling on page 12 in People magazine after landing in Miami for her dad's 94th birthday. Now the event she was unsure, remember this is the event that she was unsure if she'd be able to make. Well, she actually made it. Wendy was pictured on her now, in my opinion, only signature scooter. It turns out that she did get permission from a judge to get to see her dad. I think he's 94, actually. She was also caught out shopping shopping. I don't know if it was for him, but she was shopping as well as eating a amazing dinner, it looks like, with her family. The only reason why I say amazing is because the look on her face looked like, baby, I've been needing this food because whatever they feed me in that hospital, child, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. Her son was also at that dinner, y'all. If you remember, she actually told press the reason her money was flagged in the first place actually was because of her son, right? When her Wells Fargo account was taken over, now I get it. I think that it was brought to my attention that, listen, this has happened in terms of somebody saying this before. I believe it was Big Kev that may have mentioned that or of some sort, but apparently this is not the first time it's been kind of assumed that it was kind of the son's fault that her account was flagged. But to hear Wendy say it out of her own mouth, that was new to me. I hadn't heard Wendy say it out of her own mouth at all. Now, apparently at the time when Wendy was with him in Miami before the incident, Lil Kev also had some other, like some woman around who was maybe posing on the phone at times as Wendy, I guess maybe just to get business taken care of, allegedly, but her money was not being handled properly, it seems like, by her son. Additionally, it's believed that Wendy was, during that time also overindulging in alcohol and maybe other substances and couldn't handle business. And as a way to try and keep maybe things private, Lil Kev, went that route, allegedly. But that's a feeling, y'all. Remember, allegedly is a feeling, not a fact. The article in People, though, is written by Dana Rose Falcon, who also talks about the new documentary Saving Wendy Williams, where it is confirmed that it's been a while since Wendy has seen a doctor. However, in a February 5th filing that was earlier this month by her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, it was requested that she'll have some sort of a new medical evaluation. Now, they say it takes a few months or so for a medical evaluation, I guess, to kind of come back or whatever the case may be. However, whether it's tomorrow it come out or next week or 2 months from now, I'm definitely going to keep y'all updated on the outcome when that is released. And if you're looking for a few big screen as well as some TV options, editor Tom Gliotto gives the scoop on page 18, which includes the political thriller Zero Day with Angela Bassett, who plays the commander-in-chief. It's out now on Netflix. And of course, Captain America Brave New World with Anthony Mackie, which I spoke about earlier in the show. Plus, Win or Lose. It's an animated film that follows a kid's softball team in the days leading up to the championship game. It's streaming now on Disney. Now, if you look at the cover for this month's or this issue for People, former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star and American actress Denise Richards, because I know her more as an actress than actually a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. And you was only on Beverly Hills for what, a couple of seasons or so? Maybe it was, I think the article said 2020 and 2021. I just didn't actually put it in my script here. But yeah, one of the things that got everybody's attention is not only the fact that Denise Richards is on the cover of the issue with her 3 daughters, but they talking about OnlyFans, hips, TikTok, when I dance. On a demon time, she may start her OnlyFans. Because reportedly, her daughter Sammy started an OnlyFans to make more money and get an apartment, and Denise decided that she would too. Now, her daughter makes, according to the report, about $80,000 per month, while Denise rakes in a whopping $2 million a month. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Now, some people might say, girl, why are you keeping up with your daughter? But I do think that some of those women who came up in that era of, being sexy forever, I do think that they do tend to kind of stay on the sexy side, even after motherhood, even after some folks may not agree that they should be doing those kinds of things. And I think she only puts up pictures, but I'm not gonna join her OnlyFans to tell y'all. But if you know her OnlyFans, let me know below because I definitely want to know. More details about their family starts on page 24. Be sure to check out that issue if you want to know what's going on with Denise. Yeah. I always thought she was a beautiful woman. And Jessica Simpson, she might be in the middle of a messy divorce, but she did take time out to share songs of her life. And it included the 2015 hit Rise Up by Andra Day, in which Jessica says, I can't listen to that song and not cry and want to let everything just come at me and go through me and still remain the same. Oh, it's one of those songs that make you still want to be the great person. I like it. Shout out to those songs. Jessica's spread also starts on page 38 if you want to check that out as well. Additionally, what I wanted to bring up was the fact that her 2020 book, it's called Open Book, is available on Hoopla. Note though, this book came out pre-divorce. I'm not gonna lie, if you write a book right after your divorce, I want to definitely listen to that one because I've listened to the one that you did, the Open Book. I've listened to that a couple of times. I actually thought it was a pretty good insight into your life. So thank you, Jessica, and your empire. Shout out to the empire, girl. Okay. And didn't you also get like you got full rights to everything? I think you had enough money that you purchased, like you own everything now. It's not like another company or anything like that. Like you have full ownership. Yeah, I know I'm not wording that properly, but maybe one day I'll come back and make a correction. Oh, y'all, if I remember. Okay. Page 42 highlights the beautiful Sonequa Martin Green. She's the Walking Dead and Star Trek actress. Well, she talks about how she basically had to tackle her most ambitious role yet as an Army vet with PTSD. And in the article written by Lizzie Hyman, Sonequa talks the power of getting older, being married for 15 years, and of course, wrestling with imposter syndrome. It's interesting how folks, especially when you see them act or you see them do something or you see them in their element and you're like, oh my God, you're amazing. And then come to find out, sometimes I think we all can suffer from imposter syndrome, right? But we also have those times where we're like, God, I got this. The world got this. You know what you're doing. But every now and then, sometimes imposter syndrome will creep up on us. And even for folks like Sonequa Martin Green. Yeah. Well, her and her husband, Kenrick Green, they formed a production company and co-star in the upcoming drama Sarah's Oil, which is a true story of a Black girl who finds oil on her Oklahoma land in the early 20th century. And Wanda Sykes, the comedian, is talking feeling great and sexy at 60 on page 60. She's also currently filming the final season of The Upshaws on Netflix and talking basically being a 14-year breast cancer survivor, as well as her life with her wife and her two children. The People Puzzler also includes Patti LaBelle, the pie queen, on page 63. And Wanda's book is called The Year I Said It, is available on ebook on Hoopla now. I don't know why do I have such a delay right now? Who knows? Well, listen, my goal is to come to you this upcoming week, so I'll give you a little bit more. But for now, y'all, I got to go. I just want to remind you, though, that most magazines and books that was mentioned today is sourced through Hoopla, which is a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. Here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced through our public library. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today. Thanks again for tuning in to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel, where you get commentary, reviews, and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.